Guys,
New notification.
I want to say something here. Michael Jackson is innocent. He could do no wrong. And those who accused him of child molesting are the ones who are in the wrong. Do you all honestly think that a man like Michael Jackson would have his own kids if he was a child molester? No. I don't think he would be fit to be a father. But since how he raises kids and never not once ever hurt his own kids or ever sexually assaulted his own children, I highly doubt that he was a child molester. And I doubt it. So why do people think he was one? I'll let y'all in on a little hint. It's because the narrative surrounding him was a false narrative built around how he carried himself around children. He wasn't a wacko jacko. Because those allegations and being called wacko jacko was offensive and hurtful and demeaning towards Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson did not do shit to deserve said label. You see, Michael Jackson is a good guy and was never a child predator. He never was. Tell me, look me dead in the fucking eyes and tell me what kind of man would thoroughly raise his kids in happiness and safety if he was a child predator? I don't goddamn think so. I don't goddamn buy that he was a predator towards children. He would not be fit to be a father if he was that way with children. He would have never, ever be fit to be a father. He would be just as guilty as somebody who's a gangbanger who has kids. And those who wound up like accusing Eminem of being a white gangbanger who became a rapper. In Eminem's own words, if this music is literal, then I'm a criminal. How the fuck can I raise the little girl? I couldn't. I wouldn't be fit to. Likewise with Michael Jackson. He would not at all, and I mean at all, be fit to be a father of three if he was a predator. 'Cause you see, everybody knows that Michael Jackson is goddamn innocent. Even Debbie Rowe, his own wife, came out with the truth that Michael Jackson was innocent. Yes, Michael Jackson's ex-wife, that's still alive, even she knew how innocent Michael Jackson was. Michael Jackson was always innocent. He never did anything wrong. He was innocent. He was a fucking saint. An African American saint. And I dub Michael Jackson Saint Michael, the King of Pop. Do y'all really think that Michael Jackson would have not have got that far in his career if there was any goddamn backlash surrounding him during the early years of his career? I fucking doubt it. Michael Jackson pled and contested his innocence then, now, and forever. He was born an innocent man. He lived as an innocent man, and he died as an innocent man. Michael Jackson's legacy is goddamn untouchable, bitches. And there ain't no fucking way Michael Jackson was ever a bad guy. He had a pure, innocent, righteous soul. He never hurt anyone. Michael Jackson would not hurt anyone. He was a good guy. Michael Jackson loved to smile. He also loved to laugh. He also loved being creative. But there were times where he got mad. But that was just about it. Michael Jackson not once has ever hurt a child. Macaulay Culkin is a testimony, is a testament to Michael Jackson's innocence and purity. Michael Jackson has defended himself. Michael Jackson has shut down every rumor about him with children. Michael Jackson was the motherfucking goddamn goat of the pop music business. He wouldn't have got this massive ass, insanely large fame if he did not have millions upon millions upon millions upon millions around the world backing him up and right back into his corner. I am one of those motherfuckers that was always in Michael Jackson's corner. I didn't believe those fucking rumors about Michael Jackson. Not at all. Michael Jackson is innocent. He was the purest of souls in the music business, and in Hollywood. He himself has Hoosier roots here in Indiana, just like me. But if you're gonna go and fucking talk shit about the ambassador of the Hoosier state, you're gonna have me to deal with, motherfucker. Cause honestly, you don't talk shit about one of my own people from Indiana. Michael Jackson is one of my own people here in Indiana. Sure, me and Michael Jackson may be from two different towns, but we're from the same damn state. We Hoosiers gotta stick together. You talk shit about our beloved king of pop, the one who spent his entire childhood putting Indiana on the map of pop culture, and you will pay for it. I will defend Michael Jackson's legacy to my dying breath. If anybody talks shit about his kids, I'd defend his kids until the day I'm dead. He talks shit about his family, and I'll defend his family until the day I'm dead. You can bank your bitch ass on that. I will defend the Jackson legacy until the day I'm dead. And that's a hill I'm willing to die on. I'm willing to die on that hill for the King of Pop's family. In a way, I would treat the Jacksons like as if they were my own family. And Michael Jackson made it quite clear. It does, even if you're his brother, it doesn't matter if you're black or white. Michael Jackson was not about race and didn't see skin color. Michael Jackson would treat you like family. Michael Jackson would treat his fans like family. And I would treat Michael Jackson like an honorary father to me. I would treat Michael Jackson's kids as if they were my own sister and own brothers. I'd treat Michael Jackson's kids like siblings of mine. Yes, you heard that right. And if you, Paris Jackson, are watching this, I would treat you and your brothers like siblings of mine. Don't you worry, Paris Jackson. I have your back. I didn't believe a fucking thing about what was said, about all the negative shit said about your father. I'll go to war, literal war, for the very legacy of the King of Pop. Anyone who talks shit about Michael Jackson's legacy, them's fighting words. We straight up going to war over that. I'm willing to lay down my life to protecting the legacy of Michael Jackson. Wholeheartedly. Once a Hoosier, always a Hoosier. And us Hoosiers, we gotta stick together. I don't give a damn if you're a black person, Latino person, Asian person, or a white person. If you're born in Indiana, you are not just a Hoosier, but you're part of the Indiana State family. Without a shadow of a doubt, you'll find camaraderie. Anyone who talks shit about you, they talk shit about me. Anyone who fucks with you, fucks with me. You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. And Michael Jackson, he is one of us. Hoosiers. He was and still a Hoosier. He has Hoosier roots here in Indiana. And now be damned to the fires of Hades if somebody is going to talk shit about Michael Jackson. And I'm just saying, you talk shit about Michael Jackson, and you're going to get what's coming to you. Bet that. Michael Jackson ain't done shit to deserve to get dragged like the way he did. Michael Jackson was acquitted for each and every count of child molesting and pedophilia that he was acquitted for. A dove was set free as a symbol of his innocence and him being caged, being set free. And it was by the grace of the gods themselves. By the grace of the gods themselves that they have fated Michael Jackson to be innocent, tried and found out to be innocent. I thank the gods every day that 2005 trial worked in Michael Jackson's favor, because I didn't buy into what the narrative was selling about Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is not some child molester. He is not. He is a good guy and cannot be a predator. Can't nobody tell me different. Can't nobody tell me wrong. And can't nobody prove me wrong. I would die and meet the gods themselves with my wholehearted fervor in the innocence of the King of Pop. And when it comes time for my time to go, I'll be right up there in Olympus with Michael Jackson and some of the greats. 'Cause I believe, no, I fucking have strong convictions of belief that Michael Jackson is innocent. You might as well throw a halo and some feathery angel wings and two angels on the shoulders and on the back and on the head of Michael Jackson. Throw a halo on the head of Michael Jackson, throw angel wings on the back of Michael Jackson, and throw a couple of angels on both shoulders of Michael Jackson. And that's what you would get when you hear me talk about Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was not a bad guy. And now everybody and their mother knows Michael Jackson was innocent this entire time. His diehard, loyal, and aggressively loyal fans were always by Michael Jackson's side. Everybody who was a ride or die for Michael knew he was innocent, knew he could do no wrong. By all extensions, Michael Jackson was the most perfect person on the face of this earth by comparison to other celebrities. Michael Jackson lived a pure and clean life. Even though that he was taking medicine, prescription drugs, because of his health being bad. But he was always innocent. I have aggressive faith. No, I have hardcore aggressive faith in Michael Jackson's innocence, his purity. He was always a good guy. I cannot find anything wrong with Michael Jackson. I don't get no bad vibes from Michael Jackson. Matter of fact, I got fun vibes, good vibes from Michael Jackson. All of his music was good. Even his underrated songs were actually good. Michael Jackson will always be innocent in my book. He is untouchable. And I'll be motherfucking damned if somebody's gonna touch his legacy long after he died. You touch Michael Jackson's legacy and you'll have my ass to deal with. Michael Jackson is untouchable. And rightfully so. Michael Jackson taught me what it was like to feel, what it was like to have an imagination, what it was like to be innocent. Eminem taught me what it was like to just show how your emotions works by anger. Chester Bennington taught me what it was like to be heard, to be seen. And Brad Arnold taught me what it was like to feel love through his music. Those four are on the fucking Mount Rushmore of musicians I could relate to. They taught me how to be seen, to be heard, to be felt in such an emotional way, and taught me the wonders of creativity. And without those four pillars, I wouldn't have known, and I wouldn't have been able to express myself through creativity. Sure, there was that temporary feud between Michael and Eminem, but that was all water under the bridge. But Michael Jackson was always innocent. And Eminem taught me what it was like to feel anger, to feel rage. And Chester Bennington taught me what it was like to feel emotional struggles and screaming for help. And Brad Arnold taught me what it was like to feel loved through one's own personal faith and kindness, while Michael Jackson taught me what it was like to have emotions and what it was like to be creative, full of wonder. And these four men, they're the greatest musicians of all time. One Mississippi rocker, one California rocker, one Missouri rapper, and one Indiana pop star. They taught me how to manage my emotions and creativity. And no wonder why all of them had relationships. Michael Jackson had 2 wives. Lisa Marie Presley, which he did not have a kid by, and Debbie Rowe. And let alone, there was Kim, Eminem's baby mama, Kim. And then there was Chester Bennington, an ex-girlfriend, and a small group of ex-wives. And there was Brad Arnold, an ex-wife and a current wife. But here's the thing. Brad Arnold ain't got no kids. 'Cause all the heavy drug uses in his prime made him infertile. But he got clean a little too late in his life. Michael Jackson, oh man, he made a few songs that moved me to tears. Like, it hit me hard in my heart and soul. Like, Michael Jackson was more than a pop star. He was a fucking poet. Like, his poetic music, even though that they had some dark undertones, was beautifully put together. Michael Jackson was blessed and chosen by the gods for the fame that he has. And not once did Michael Jackson let the fame get to his head. Not when he was a kid, not when he was in his prime years, not when he was a teenager, not when he was in his 30s and 40s. Michael Jackson stayed humble all the way through. From cradle to grave, Michael Jackson stayed humble throughout his entire life. And not once did Michael Jackson ever let the fame get to his head. And that, I can't praise Michael Jackson enough. It is a rarity for a celebrity as such to go from cradle to grave, humble throughout his entire life. He was all about protecting kids, all about being good to kids. If he was a monster and a child predator, why is it that he has 3 children of his own that he raised from cradle up until now? He would never be fit to be a father if he was actually that way with children. Michael would have never, ever been fit to be a parent if he were actually that way like everybody thought he was with children. Because that 2005 trial that acquitted Michael Jackson was a testimony of his innocence. For every count of all charges of Michael Jackson being accused of child molesting, he was acquitted, and a dove or two was set free as a celebration of his court date and his acquittal. He was acquitted, found not guilty on every fucking charge under the fucking sun of that crime. And by the grace of the motherfucking gods themselves, he was proven innocent. There was no genuine goddamn dirt on the King of Pop. That's how untouchable and clean and pure and innocent he was. There was no dirt on him. He was as clean, cleaner than the Pope himself. He's cleaner than the fucking Vatican itself, dude. A squeaky clean image from cradle to motherfucking grave. That's how innocent Michael Jackson is. He is the golden boy in my book. He can do no wrong. He could do no wrong. I would go to Hades and back for that man's legacy. I am his ride or die. I had faith in him, in his innocence. he chose his innocence. He cared about his image. He cared about his fans. He cared about the world. He was a good, loving, caring man that cared about everyone. What kind of man, what kind of evil man would have his actions of caring and compassion for the world speak for itself if he was truly pure evil? People treated Michael Jackson as if he was the literal embodiment of Hades himself. But truth be told, Michael Jackson was more like Asclepius crossbreeded with Apollo. He was that pure and that innocent and that big of a ray of sunlight in a fallen world. He remains untouchable still to this very day. People tried to ruin his reputation, but he cared about his own reputation all the way through, from cradle to grave. Michael Jackson was a pure, innocent man. He never did anything wrong. And I'll be damned if some bitch is gonna talk shit about him. I knew Michael Jackson was innocent. I never believed in those false accusations and the false narrative surrounding Michael Jackson. 'Cause I knew in my heart, in the very bottom pit of my heart, that Michael Jackson was innocent. I held strong and aggressive to my faith in Michael Jackson's innocence. And still to this day, I never doubted Michael Jackson's innocence. And that I will go to my goddamn grave with. Knowing Michael Jackson was innocent this whole fucking time. I will meet my maker knowing that Michael Jackson was innocent and carrying that belief that Michael Jackson was innocent. When I die and meet my maker, I want to die knowing that Michael Jackson was innocent all along, and I never believed those horrible narratives about Michael Jackson. I could tell anybody, I could tell whatever gods that runs whatever heavens around the world that Michael Jackson was innocent. And I never, ever believed all the bullshit around Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson kept his image pure and clean. And that bullshit narrative of Michael Jackson being a predator towards children was all faked. All done by Jeffrey Epstein and his cronies. It was Jeffrey Epstein who set Michael Jackson up. Jeffrey Epstein had Michael Jackson's doctor, Conrad Murray, kill Michael Jackson. Since how the legal proceedings back in 2005, since how those proceedings backfired in Jeffrey Epstein's face. Jeffrey Epstein, it took from 2005 all the way to 2009. It took a full 3 years for Plan B to get rid of Michael Jackson to come to pass. Conrad Murray was the fall guy after being set up to kill Michael. Because y'all see the connection. Conrad Murray was the mole inside Michael Jackson's inner circle. Pretended to be his doctor from 2005 all the way to 2009. And when Jeffrey Epstein called Conrad Murray to go and execute the plan to eliminate Michael Jackson once and for all, and Conrad Murray, he executed Jeffrey Epstein's plan was to kill Michael Jackson. And then when Conrad Murray tried to call Jeffrey Epstein made him the fall guy. And now Jeffrey Epstein, his little fall guy, yeah, Conrad Murray is in prison right now. Still to this day for killing Michael Jackson. That's the only logical explanation of why Michael Jackson was killed. Jeffrey Epstein tried to use the whole court system in any country to try to break Michael Jackson, but it wasn't working. So his plan B, when plan A failed for Jeffrey Epstein, plan B was more effective. But anyways, plan B was more effective at eliminating the King of Pop. And his plan went to fruition when the legal route failed. Michael Jackson was saving so many kids from Jeffrey Epstein's island and keeping Jeffrey Epstein's cronies deprived of their primary targets. But anyways, I knew Michael Jackson was innocent all along. And I had faith in him. So yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and share the video.